Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, guys, it's only a couple of you in the chat at the moment. I need you to let me know if you can see me well and if you can hear me. Okay, just give me a thumbs up or say, I can hear you, I can see you. Okay. Okay, guys, happy Monday. I believe the heart is, yeah, I can see and hear you. Thank you guys so much. If you don't know who I am and you just happen to upon my channel, my name is Stephanie, aka Sassy Steph, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, and today is Monday, Embroidery Monday at that. So today we'll be doing an embroidery design. It's not going to take that long according to the screen. It says it's going to take about 30 minutes. So I'm not going to keep on doing a lot of talking. But before we get to it, I do want to say hello to everyone that's in the chat, okay? I have Donnell is in the chat. She said, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day. It's a chilly one here in Michigan, yet it's still beautiful. Thank you for that, Donnell. It is a beautiful day. We had a chilly start. Now we were like down to 39 this morning, but it warmed up to a beautiful, beautiful fall like day, and I did absolutely love that time being out. We have Judy. She's saying hi from Georgia. We have Zandra. Hello, Zandra. Yes, and everybody's saying they can see and hear me. Hey, Nancy. Thank you so much for coming. So again, we will be working on the chunky pumpkin mug rug, and I'm thinking that once it's all said and done, it might be given away to one of you lucky people. Okay, this is the design here, and it is by Designs by JuJu. It has a total of 38 steps. I am using my Madeira thread, and I'm using a no-show poly stabilizer. I have my backing and all of my fabric pieces already ready to go. The size I will be doing is the 5x7. So let's go ahead and get this party started, okay? Hey, Crystal. Thank you so much for coming. Now it tells me the supply list. You can do this in a 5x7 hoop, a 6x10 hoop, a 7x12 hoop, an 8x12 hoop, and a 9.5x14 hoop. So it can go from a nice size all the way up to is how large you want it to go. Well, it's your largest hoop, I should say. So yeah, it's a lovely, lovely pattern, and I'm gonna have to stand up some so I can get everything changed over. You should be able to see the embroidery machine, and let's get ready to start stitching. So the first step, it tells me that now this is how it differs from sweet pea. My first stitch is the placement stitch. It's going to tell me where I need to place my batting, which I absolutely love. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, I am using the Baby Lock Intrepid. It does have 6 needles. I have to program this machine to stop when I need it to stop. Mug rugs are a great way to use your scrap batting. If you're not making dog beds or any kind of stuffed animal using batting, this is a great way to use your scraps. My machine is telling me that it is ready for me to place my batting. I'm going to go ahead and do so. I have my batting placed, and the only thing I have to make sure is that my batting is going to cover my stitch line on all 4 sides. And it does. Using the same thread. Now it's going to tack down my batting. And from there, and it stitches, I like how they stitch twice for the batting, so they make sure that it is secure. I love that about Designs by JuJu. Anybody else coming in? Yes. Hi, Karen. She's saying, hi, Sassy. How are you doing today, guys? I got hydrated on yesterday and a B12 shot. I am feeling amazing right now, okay? I am feeling amazing. Okay. I have to take my hoop off. Now, when you take your hoop off, it's best that you go ahead and mark your hoop, your stabilizer with some kind of mark letting you know that this is the front. I'm just going to use one of my little pins here and put an F for front so I will not mistakenly turn the design around, because what I have to do now is trim my batting. And I love using the duckbill scissors because I can get nice and close up to the stitch line. And I'm going to show you guys in just a moment. If you're an embroiderer or interested in embroider, I wholeheartedly recommend these duckbill scissors. Now, do they have to be the kind that I have? No, they can just be a Ginger or whoever you like your duckbill scissors to be by. These just happen to be a gift. They were Tula Pink. This is a 6-inch, and when I found the 4-inch when we had our quilt show, I did go ahead and get the 4-inch as well. This one has a lot more sharper point. I think I'm gonna love that. So here it is, nice and trimmed up in here. Put my F to the front. Slide everything back in place. Make sure it is locked. Okay. Now the next step is telling me, now that I have my batting done, now it's going to do another placement stitch. So it'll let me know where to place my background fabric. I hope I got all my stops right. If not, we're going to stop this machine, okay? And I am using a white grunge, tone-on-tone grunge for my background. The machine is going to stop and let me place my fabric. I'm just going to place it right over, making sure I'm covering everything that I need to cover. And then I'm going to go ahead and start. And what I'm going to do is hydrate myself with some water. Hey, Teresa and Peggy, thank you guys so much for coming. Okay, now it's stitching down the background, and it's going to go around it twice. I hope I have a stop on here. Yeah. And what I have to do is trim away the excess only in the corners. So again, I'm going to use my duckbill scissors for that. And I'm only going in the corners. So Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I'm leaving enough on this side. Sometimes the scissors do want to get caught up in the batting. You just take it out and start again. That's all you have to do. Again, for those who you are just joining us, I am doing the In the Hoop Chunky Pumpkin designs by JuJu. There is a link for it in the description box. I do not have an affiliate with Designs by JuJu, so you don't have to worry about that. There you go. I just roughly cut. It's telling me to told me that's where I needed to cut. Making sure my F is in front. Okay, the next step is going to do the background stitching. It's a stippling, so you guys get to see how that is done. And I get to sit for this part. So let's see what's in the chat while that's stitching out. Who's in the chat? Good evening. I am going to watch while I quilt my iris quilt. Awesome, Peggy. Thank you so much. Teresa says, she's asking, you don't pin your fabric? Nope, I don't have to pin this fabric. Not at all. Now, what I can do is, because it's sitting, sometimes I just hold it just to get it started. And then the machine will take care of the rest. So no, I don't have to do any pinning. What kind of bobbin does your machine take and where is it located? This bobbin, I use Quiltech or Sew Steady. Hold on one second, let me show you. There are two different ones that I really do like. The first one is the Quiltech one, and they're magnetic pre-wound bobbins. And I use the color white, unless I'm working on something dark, like a black or a navy, then I'll use a black. But majority of the time, I use a white. Now, for those who love to have people get you gifts, and this was a Christmas present for my mom, so I didn't have to purchase this one. However, I was really disappointed when I got it, and that was because the box came looking a hot mess. It came looking a hot mess, so I got to be really careful when I pull these out. Okay, now what it's doing now is stitching down my first placement, and it's going to stop. And this is my other favorite bobbin. It's called the Steady Stitch bobbin. Exact same thing, but look how nice and neat they keep the magnetic bobbins. So I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys saw that. So yeah, these are my favorite bobbins. There is no difference between the two. I haven't noticed a difference between them. They both stitch out very, very well, and you can go a long distance with both of them. Okay, now I need to put my corner fabric in place. I think I'm going to go with this one. And for this one, they're telling me I need to make sure that I put the fabric right side down and go past it like a 1/4 inch. I'm sorry, hold on, because I don't know if you guys can read that information. It doesn't matter. It was my medical alert bracelet. So I'm just going to go make sure so it can touch that corner. And what I'm going to do on this side, excuse me, is turn my iron on, get it ready. Forgot to do that. I have a little steam fast iron and it sits on a metal plate. Okay, that's about 1/4 inch. And then like for this, I'm just gonna hold it until it starts. I'm just lightly holding it. And as you can see, it did switch to my second thread. Hey, Katie, thank you so much for coming. And where does the bobbin go? The bobbin goes up under, I have an arm under here, and that's where the bobbin likes to go. I mean, not likes to go, where it has to go, honey. So now, because this is a corner piece, I need to take this out. I'm just going to bring it out just a little bit so I can flip this fabric back. And I'm going to hand crease it. Put this back in position. Make sure that's out like that. And then it's going to tack it down. Just making sure that it does not flip. And just like that, we have 1 corner done. Now we have 3 more to go. And it's going to stitch again. The placement is going to tell me where to place it. And I'm going to come to the chat in just a moment. And I just need to make sure that I'm covering that line. And then when it flips back, it's going to have that room to make sure it hits that corner. Okay. 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 Katie is asking, how is everyone? Feel free to answer, please. I am doing great, Katie. Thank you so much for asking. Okay. Again, sorry about me being all in the way of this camera, but unfortunately for the close-up shots, I have to get right all up in y'all face. Okay, that's that. That's that. And I'm just holding it until it starts so it can get that fabric nice and taut. Again, it's going to do the placement stitch. It would have been nice. I don't know how I was gonna say it would have been nice if they would have just did all the placement stitches and let me place the fabric and then come around and do it. But I'm sure there's a reason for why they did it this way. So I'm not gonna say too much about that. Just need to make sure that it's over by 1/4 inch. Yeah, that's good. That one is a little more than 1/4. It's all right. No, I would love to learn how to design a pattern. I think it, embroidery file. I think that would be so cool because I think I would like to make a mug rug, but like with our logos, for those who have YouTube channels, our logos, and for those who don't have their name on it, I think that'll be so cool. I want to learn how to do that. And I don't think it is hard. I don't think it's as hard as I imagine it. Well, it could be because I don't know anything about computers. So it might be a lot hard for me to do it. But I don't know. I think if I put my mind to it, I really think I could do it because I love this right here. And then in the middle, just have like our name or logo. I think that'd be so cool. Okay. And what I'm doing is how I'm gauging my 1/4 inch is by this little red laser. Okay. Okay, again, I'm putting just a crease in it so I can definitely get this baby started. Holding it back. Okay. Danielle is saying hi. Hey, Teresa. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, getting ready to nap. Just wanted to say hey. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Donahan. Love this in the way that you showcase your projects. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, Sheila. Thank you so much for coming. She said it's not hard at all. You just need the right software. Thank you. See, I'm going to try it one day. And all in the sitting back and learning, Donna is saying. Teresa says, do you watch Power Tools with Thread? Yes, I do. I love me some Becky. And in fact, I had chose a pattern for tonight. And I was like, oh, it's so cool because Halloween is coming up. And then I go and look. And then all of a sudden, I was looking for Halloween mug rugs. Becky, she already did the one a year or so back, the one that I chose, so I wasn't gonna do it again. But I was like, dang it. Hey Janine. Yeah, so I was like not happy, but I was like, dang. I thought it would have been cool to do it, but it's already been done. Okay, now we're getting to the applique piece. Now, it already just stitched out the stem. I have heat and bond on the back stem. I'm trying to use up some of my scraps. It should now be pulling off spool number 3, which is a deep brown. I'm just holding it a little bit. Ooh, stop. Should have been a stop there. It should have been a stop there. Let's go ahead and cut this. Lock and cut. Because I do not want that there. Oh, no. You should be cutting. Thank you. Okay, so I need to take this off. And that's not a problem. Only thing I do is need my scissors to unpick. See, when you're working with a machine like this, there are times when you have to do stops. And unfortunately, today I missed a stop. It's not unfortunately. I should have known better. I knew it was, we're talking about me. I'm going to miss something all the time. But it's okay. So before I press this, I need to trim. And what I need to do is get as close to the trim line or the stitch line as possible, because what's going to happen is it's going to come back with a satin stitch a little bit later. Now what I do like is that they put all the satin stitches together. Okay. And okay. Now I just need I'm going to show you guys this in just one second. but I need a fine point so I can come in here and cut a little of this out before I press it down. Bam, just like that. Just like that. There. I have my iron here. I think I'm going to move it to the other side here, and I'm just going to press this down a little bit, not too hard because I don't want to shift the project in the hoop. Okay, placing this back. Now, you remember I had to stop the machine, right? I needed it to go back to the beginning of where it was. So what I need to do is hit this button right here. It's a little needle, and it's going to ask me, you know, where do I want it to stop? So I'm going to go back +1 right there. I moved it back to the last stitch, well, a couple stitches, and then I went back, advanced it back to the beginning of the stitch where I needed to start. Okay, I'm going to say okay. Now it's going to stitch out my outside pumpkin, the placement lines. And while it's doing that, I am going to move my iron. Sorry if the camera should to the other side. Probably won't be doing that because I have to go behind the machine. Yeah, no, we're just going to leave it and I'll just keep grabbing it. I'll change it around for next Monday. Okay. Or the next time I do a live on Monday. Okay, now the outside pumpkin stitched out, and I'm using, if you guys remember, this fabric from Harvest Delivery. I am trying to use all of my scraps, okay? And the only thing I do is cover it up. Again, cover it up. And while it's stitching, I will come to the chat. And they do tell you what size to cut your fabric, which is good. I tend to go a little bit over because I just, they can tell you, I mean, just a little bit more than just enough, but I want to make sure I have enough because it was one design when I was working on that Hello Fall, I just didn't have enough room. So I went over on this one. Okay, and I noticed that I did not have it stop after this. So I'm going to stop the machine again. Just going to cut this thread. And I'm going to have it stop. Because I need for it to let me cut this. Okay, so what I'm doing now is just trimming this fabric. Sorry, you're going to see my back side. Again, I'm trying to get as close to this stitch line as possible because when that satin stitch fall, you want to make sure that the satin stitch is covering up all of your stitching. And I love that it does a double stitch. It's nice and thick. It's not a bean stitch, but it's just a regular stitch, but it's nice and a nice thick double stitch. Okay, that's that. And because this has heat and bond on it, this fabric will be no good to me, but that's okay. I know I have gotten 3 projects out of this scrap, out of this fabric, so I don't mind. I don't mind saying goodbye to this scrap. Okay, I'm just rotating it around. And guys, I can't believe that I was one of the ones who, I fought my husband tooth and nail, letting him know that I was not an embroiderer. Not an embroiderer, okay? I told him that so many times because when I got my Bernina, he was like, "Oh, you might as well go on and get the embroidery unit." And I was like, "No, I don't embroider. That is not my thing." A year later, whose thing is it? My thing. I should have, I'm just going to learn to listen to him one day. Just like with the long arm. I wanted to sit down long arm, the sit down mid machine. He was like, "No, let's get this one." Okay, that's the outside of the pumpkin. And I was like, I don't know about that. Got the long arm, fell in love with it. Okay, let's continue. It's doing the placement for the middle. I'm glad I reviewed this pattern a lot, studied it a lot before I started this, because your girl would have been messed up. Okay, it's going to automatically stop here for me, so I did not iron this down, so this would be a good opportunity for me to iron these 2 pieces down, and then I'm going to come to the chat while this is. Yes, there it is. Nice. Put this back on. Nice and locked into place. I'm using a pretty yellow with a little like a orangey or goldish color speck. Again, overkill I probably can use this one piece for both. Ha! Bam! Okay, let's see. Sheila said, okay, I'm going to get right to the chat. I just want to stop this because I see another stop that I missed. I'm going to stitch out the other side. How did I miss these stamps? Okay. So what I got to do now is just cut and trim. But before I do that, because you guys are talking to me, let me move this right here so I can cut and trim at this, see the chat at the same time. Hold up. There's 2 quilt queens. Is it? She's saying they're both me. Okay, I'm just making sure not to cut the fabric down underneath. She said, I got that fabric in my last open gate box. All right now. Only a fat quarter though. No idea what I'll do with it, says Sheila. Donnell's like, oh, she had me so confused. This is cool to see. Thank you for sharing. Nope, not a problem, Karen. I love when I learn something. Sometimes I'm over, too overzealous because I'm like, I want to show everybody how to do this. And I'm like, girl, you're learning yourself. But this is all a journey for me, So I enjoy sharing even if it's just a little bit of knowledge, I'll share it with you guys what I've learned. But I don't want to, please don't take what I do as Bible because, honey, I'm telling you, your girl is learning too. Okay, so let's cut a little bit right. Now, I'm going to tell you, I can get a little bit extra with this trimming because I want to make sure that satin stitch is going to cover it up. And I know it will, but I just in my head be like, you know what, this will be the day that it won't, So I try my best to make sure that it's really, really good. Really, really good. I'm going to show you guys this one just a second. Now I could have used, no, I couldn't have used it. For the other one was just a little bit more wider. I was going to say I probably could have used one piece for that other one as well, but I think it was too far apart. And if I am missing something, guys, just please, I'm sorry, just go ahead and say it again because the chat is moving and I'm trying to get this cut because trimming, though it said it takes about 30 minutes to stitch out, they don't count for the trimming, And I did want to choose, and what I do love is I found myself loving applique. I love applique. And because of it, it sometimes it's hard to show it to you guys because where's my other scissors? Because it takes so long. I feel like I'm not only am I a slow stitcher, I'm a slow cutter too. I think a lot of that is because I'm very picky. Like there's this part right here that I want to get cut just a little bit closer. But I think this will be a cute little giveaway. Let me iron it down and show it to you guys. That's how it looks so far. Okay. Let's put this back in. Okay, now it's going to stitch the placement for the center of the pumpkin. Hi, Roxanne. Thank you so much for coming. Nancy is saying, do you have to put the stops in myself? Yes, because if I don't, it will just stitch everything. Boom, 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 boom. And because I'm doing applique, I need this machine to stop. Now, if I was on my single needle, it will stop after every single step anyway. Now that I have multiple needle, I have to tell it to stop so I can, like in this situation, take off my heat and bond back paper back and put my piece of fabric down. And I'm using a batik for that, this pretty batik. Okay. Lock and stitch. We're gonna do it again. And again, I'm gonna cut my thread. And I'm gonna choose to stop it because, again, there's some stops that your girl missed. Let me tell you guys what happened. This is why I missed it, because it was one time that I started my machine. I had prepped everything early, and then when I came back to get on a live, it didn't save everything. So the next time I did it, I was I did it a little bit closer to time. Well, I'm like, okay, this time I totally forgot that I didn't do it, because my husband and I, we were outside working on putting a perch in the chicken run, so they can have, some little, it's getting a little cool outside. And I wanted them to not get bored and stop. They're not picking on each other. Well, today they were for some reason. My little girl Ruthie, she's a little hard. She's a little roughneck. She don't take no stuff. So she was being a little jerk today. So we built this little perch, and I was like, hopefully it will keep her from being so ugly to a couple of other girls. And that's what it's looking like thus far. Front. Okay, now it's going to stitch out the placement for a leaf. I'm just going to set this down here, and it's going to stitch it. Ooh. Got too happy with pushing buttons. Again, I missed another stop. Girl, you were on a roll. Okay, now I'm glad, and I felt like I missed this stop before. I'm glad that this happened, because I have to change my threads out. So this will be a good way to, a place to change my thread, because this pattern called for more than 6 colors. If I had a 10 needle, it wouldn't have been a problem. Yes. Okay. You're getting there, little leaf. Now everything else was really nice and easy to cut. Now this little leaf has a lot of V points, so I got to be really careful. Now, is it going to be the end of the world if you ever snip a thread? When you're not, if you have a satin stitch is going to come behind it, it's not the end of the world, but you really don't. You want to try your best not to snip your stitches. It's going to be covered anyway with a satin stitch, so that's why I say it's not going to hurt it too bad. Okay, let's get this cleaned up just a little bit more, because girl don't want that like that. Okay, let's see here, another one, just another sliver. Come on. I think this piece is just gonna have to, we're gonna have to roll with it. Nope, I got it. Okay, again, we want to iron this baby down. That's the leaf. Make sure that this piece didn't get caught up in there. Okay. Placement. The next thing is going to stitch what? Oh, stop. Ah! Phew, phew. I just looked, it was about to do a flower, and my flower should be here. Didn't I just tell y'all I needed to change the thread and y'all didn't stop me? I don't blame y'all. No. Oh my goodness. That was funny. Okay, let's change this one to 1. Boop. Come here. Okay. Okay, this one, and then there is a, we'll stop it for the other one. So only thing I had to do is pull my thread all the way through here. And then I need to tell the machine I need to change thread for thread number 1. It brought out the automatic threader. Now I can say okay. Now I believe I'm gonna have to do it again in another location, but I think. Okay, I'm using this pretty fabric right here as a flower. Okay, it should tack this down. Again, I'm gonna have to stop it after this. Okay, and I need to trim this. Y'all, when I say I like applique, I mean some of it is, a little merge, but it's cute though, It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Okay. I know I keep saying I'm coming to the chat, but then I look up at the machine and be like, oh shoot, you didn't put a stop right there. I'm coming. I am so coming. Oh yeah. One day I'm going to get another camera so I can put it above me so you guys can see when I'm trimming, how I trim and all that kind of stuff. But you guys trimmed before, especially those of us who quilt. So it's not a biggie. And that's the little flower, this yellow one that we just did right there. Okay. Where is it going to go to next? The flower. I think it's going to do that swirl. Ooh. Is it on 3? Sorry. I stopped it prematurely. Okay. Now it's going to start the satin stitch. Now I can get into, can you trim? That was, I just said I needed to get a camera so you guys I can show that, but I can try to do a close up of it. Yes, it's different on a multi-needle. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. You have to do that on a multi-needle. Yes. Thank you. She said, very pretty fabric. Your pumpkin is gorgeous. Thank you. Can you please show you how to trim? I'm going to try to get a camera so you guys can see the trimming. I just trim using my duckbill scissors. Roxanne said that will make a perfect front for a handbag. Yes. Oh, phew. I was just making sure it was doing what it was supposed to do. My husband goes to the VA in Greenville at least once a year. How far away from you from there? Greenville, North Carolina? Girl, I'm 5 minutes. No, not 5 minutes. It takes me about 15 minutes to get there from my house. How do you know which thread to change? When you're doing the design, you already know what threads that you want, and I have to tell the machine which spool is sitting on which number. Like each one of these have a number. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I tell the machine on spool number 1, I have a gold color. So at this point of time, when it gets down to this step, I want you to stitch that spool of thread. If I need to stop at some point in time, and we probably won't be able to stitch it out on that day, but at least you can see my thought process and how everything stitches. Day said, hey, she's just getting in from a bonfire. Your project looks awesome. Yes, thank you so much for coming. It's easier than it looks. You definitely need to do it in a few times before you understand what's going on. Definitely. Yes, Teresa Lynch, she'll meet up. Yes. I just see a stitch that popped up. That's okay. I have a tool to snag it back down. But yeah, that'll be awesome, girl, because your girl got to go there on Wednesday. I go there just about every week. So right now it's doing all of the satin stitches. We're on step 31 of 38. So we're bringing it in. We're bringing it in. Now the machine tells me, girl, you need to stop so you can change your thread. It should told me there a little bit back. Because there is a thread that I am going to want to change. And I am sure that I need to change it. I do have a program. It's programmed to stop when I get to that one. So I'm not going to change anything at this moment because I only have one. Now I'm going to tell you what I don't like about this one, this pattern right here, because you can print everything out. It tells you now complete the applique for this block, but it doesn't tell you step by step like which one is which. Now here on my screen it's telling me which one I need to do, which one is about to stitch, but I think I have it programmed. and put 1589 back on. Change out spool number 1. Okay, when we get to that one, I'm thinking there is a stop for this color right here. So I have to watch it and be 100%, because what happened is I'm going to need all of these right here, 3 through 6, and I needed to change out 1 and 2 twice. Another thing about the multi-needle that no one seemed to be able to help me understand is that I cannot put, like when I had my single needle, I was able to tell the machine which thread that I was using and for which step that I was using it. And then when I saved the program in Embroidery and brought it over to my machine, it kept those steps and those colors directly. You know, specifically just how I programmed it. With this multi-needle, you don't do that. So it makes me think too hard, and I can't see the steps ahead of time when I'm, stitching it. See, right now it's using number 4. Let's see. Hey, Jill. She's saying hey from Myrtle Beach. And I know Donna is about to come on. We only have a couple of more steps. Well, we're on 32 to 38. We're just going to go ahead and finish, and then we'll jump on over into Donna's chat. Okay, let me see. Do I need to stop this to be... Nope, it's going back to number 4. What I'm doing is putting this up because I think this one is going to be my next one. And I don't have a stop on it. So what I'm going to have to do is when it finishes this, it's going to, my tendrils are going to stitch out. But before I do that, I need to stop it so I can change this thread. Because I need it to pull it from here. Living dangerously. I'm not gonna live that dangerously. I'm not putting my finger down there. So I'm gonna stop it when it cuts the thread. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just changing thread again because it's about to stitch out my tendrils. And okay, let's go here. I need spool number 2 change. It moved it for me. Come on, baby. Okay, and then lock, and then get ready to go. And like I said, what I did was I studied this pattern, this design, so I know exactly what spool I need to be putting my thread on and all that good stuff. Ooh, that is so pretty. Very, very pretty. Thank you so much. Give the thumbs up. She says email. I don't think I have my email in there, Zandra. It might be on there. I mean, Teresa. But it's at memoirs of a LAQ at gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat. Do you by chance have palette 11? I know you said you use Embroidery. I'm not sure what palette 11 is, so no, I don't. I just have essentials. Okay, now it's stitching out my green. 5 is ready to go. Good. I have it stopped so I can now I have a stop programmed at the right place. Thank you. She said beautiful fabric, thread and fabric choices. Michael Johns, a baby lock ambassador, can probably help you with that. I can add you to his group. Thank you, Jen. I do appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. So it's printing out. You know, when you put fabrics together, you don't know how they're going to play. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You sound kind of sick. 3, 4. Okay, this is 12. And then the final step. Okay, and it's about to stitch out the last satin stitch, which will be, well, actually, this is the second from last. This is the flower, but it's going to do a center, but it's going to stop after this satin stitch, so I can go ahead and change that thread for that center. And then after that, we just got to do the backing, and then we'll be all done with our mug rug. Oh, it came out super duper cute. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Quilt Queen. Thank you so much, Roxanne. I love it too. I love it too. Come on, baby. Okay. Just closing in on finishing up this satin stitch. It looks so freaking good. Okay, it should stop so it can give me a chance to pull number 1 through. I already set it up. And then I need to change spool number 1. And I need to okay. Now it says the final step is to add the back. So this I'm using my harvest delivery fabric. The final step is to add the back. Position the folded pieces of the fabric so the fold is in the center of the mug rug. Place folded fabric on top right first, then top right. So this one first, and then this one second, overlapping just a little bit. Well, I'm going to overlap. I'm going to overlap, but I want it to be kind of even, you know. What I'm doing is making sure that I'm clearing the stitch line. Yep. Okay. And it should be using my number 3 spool. Everything is ready to rock and roll. The last step, guys. Now, who wants to win this baby? We have 16 in the chat. Who has a pencil? I have a pencil right here. Karen saying is beautiful. Okay. Oh my, win is an awesome. Yes, yes. I don't know why I want to give it away because I think it's freaking awesome. I'm gonna take a picture of it because I'm gonna make one for myself. I'm glad it came out beautiful. It's 16 in the chat. Watch, people might be, lurking, so they might jump on in. So I'm gonna say a number between 1 and 30 is telling me that it is finished. The last thing I have to do is take it out of the hoop. and just, ouch. Now I just need to cut a 1/4 inch from the line. And what I'm going to use is my trimmer by George ruler. It's great for embroidery and a lot of applique. So it said a 1/4 inch. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Make room so I won't cut nothing else. So guys, think of a number between 1 and 50. The first person who guesses my number, I already have it written down. Let me find my paper so you guys don't think I'm losing it. Okay, I have it right here. A number 1 through 50. Did I say 50? No, 1 through 30. I'm sorry, 1 through 30. And whoever guesses my number will be the lucky winner. Now, you know you won't have to email me and all that kind of good stuff so I can make sure that I get your information. If you don't want your information given to me, please don't enter, because you know your girl gotta email the stuff to you. Okay. And I'm just gonna clip my corners. Okay, stop, because I do see the number. Let me flip this baby inside out. I wish I had a tag, a label that I could have put on it for you guys for the winner. But yeah, this is absolutely cute, guys. Look at this. I got to definitely take a picture because I want to make one identical to it. It came out so cute. I just got to press it down and get all the corners and all that good stuff. Guys, the number was 3. The number 3. And the first 3 that I saw belonged to, guess who, Nancy? You are the lucky winner of this cute little mug rug. In the back, I just got to stick out my corners. Where is I have a little pointer here. I had this one personalized that does have a stippling effect on it and my logo added on to it. I have a lot of wood stuff that I did have personalized, like my clappers. They're all personalized as well. Everybody, please congratulate Guess Who, Nancy. Thank you so much. She said, oh my goodness, thank you. Yes, super cute. So, you know, I just put my email up up a little bit ago. I need you to email me, okay? Email me your information. Okay, the corners are out. I just need to iron this baby down and it will be going in the mail. Well, I can't say as soon as I get your address, because if I get it tonight, it's not going in the mail tonight, okay? It'll be going in the mail by Wednesday when I have to go back out to the post office. So there you guys go. I do appreciate you guys for coming and sticking out with your girl on today on Embroidery Monday. You know, tomorrow is Long Arm Tuesday, where you will be seeing this brown fabric again, because I will be stitching my harvest delivery, because of course, you know, your girl would love to have it hanging in my home or even on my design wall for fall. So I do appreciate it. Yes, yes, everybody's saying congratulations to Miss Nancy. So I hope you guys have fun on today and come back tomorrow where again we will be doing some long arming. I haven't decided if I'm going to do computer or what on it yet. Most likely, I think I found a design that I really like to go on it for that's computerized, but we'll see. And if I change my mind, my plan is to do this, to do that quilt, but it might change because I think I have another one that I want to do a little bit more. So we'll see. You guys will see it, you'll see it in the thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. So until tomorrow, guys, be blessed. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Until tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.